It was yet another victory for Arsenal against Crystal Palace. Um, it was not a pretty victory like we all know. I think teams set out. I people complain that Arsenal are not playing beautiful football and they're not beautiful to watch. It's boring and I get it, right? As a fan, I understand. Like if I'm a neutral watching an Arsenal game or seeing an Arsenal game, I will not find it I will not find it interesting, right? And I think it's not Arsenal's fault. Okay, it's not Arsenal's fault that we are not playing pretty football. We are not playing expansive football, free flowing football for the neutrals to enjoy. Because if you want to look at the Atletico Madrid game in the Champions League, right? As as much as Atletico Madrid played a low block, they actually came out. They tried to score. They tried to create something for themselves. They were not like solely trying to stop Arsenal from scoring. They tried to create their own chance. They tried to score. So now, in that sense, it made it easy for Arsenal to be able to score. Like they score, should Arsenal score 4 goals. But I noticed that when Arsenal are playing in the Premier League, these teams they don't come to win, right? Their mindset is let's get a draw at least. So they tend to sit deep, like they play low. I mean low blocks. Like the Crystal Palace game we saw yesterday, Crystal Palace did not have any interest. Like they did not think about coming to score goal. Like they hoped for a counter attack, which did not come. The only time they came out to play was when Arsenal scored in the second half, like last 20, 10 minutes, a minute ish in the game. They tried to see if they could scrape something from the game. But I think in the Premier League, teams don't want to come out. They don't want to expose themselves. I don't know if that's down to fear. They are scared of Arsenal trashing them. I don't know. But I feel teams are very cautious when they play Arsenal. Even Man City, we saw what Guardiola did. Like, this is Guardiola, the best coach in the world, arguably the best coach in the history of football. He was scared of coming out to play against Arsenal. That should mean something. That should mean something. Even the Liverpool game, Arsenal lost 1-0. Liverpool did not wait, they were not concerned. Like in the first half, Allison was trying to slow down the game. He was holding on to the ball for too long. He was not releasing the ball on time. So Arsenal playing boring football, like you guys said, is not entirely their fault because these teams are not coming out to play. They're just coming there to get a draw. Because I feel obviously they know that it's harder to score against Arsenal. So instead of trying to win the game, they should just like at least get a draw. Right. And when we talk about set piece, Arsenal set piece FC and all that. Okay, let's imagine a scenario where Arsenal are not good, that Arsenal are not good at set pieces. What do you think would happen to Arsenal? How do you think they would get most of the wins they get or most of the goals they score? So said as much as you guys want to label Arsenal set piece FC and all that, it is something that for the past 2 years, Arteta has noticed how teams try to play against Arsenal. So I felt that made him look for ways to break those teams down because obviously it's very hard to stop Arsenal from getting set pieces. In fact, yesterday, right, you could literally say that Crystal Palace will try to stop Arsenal from getting corner kicks. They literally, in fact, Arsenal had, I think, maybe 3 or 4 corners throughout the game. They tried to limit the number of set pieces Arsenal had. So now you're not just thinking about how to stop Arsenal from playing football. You have to think about how to stop them from getting set piece. So as much as you guys want to say set piece FC, they're over reliant on set pieces. It's part of the game. Like it's actually something Arteta has thought about for years and actually spent money bringing in Nicola Jova to improve our set piece because he knows that when teams play low block, there's no way it's virtually impossible for you to break those teams down, especially a team like Crystal Palace that are defensively resilient. They can walk, they can defend, right? They have good defenders. So you have to look for ways to break this team down. So scoring set pieces is not a bad thing. And even though Arsenal gone to win the league, people are saying it's the most boring champions. It does not mean anything. As far as that, I've seen Arsenal play beautiful football. I've seen Arsenal under Arsene Wenger play football that is immaculate, football that you only dream about. But we could not still get it over the line. We could not. Even the year Leicester won the league, Arsenal were playing good football. We were scoring left, right, and center, but we were conceding goals. We could not sustain that. So I think this defensive approach, trying to like be defensively solid, would get us over the line. I'm still scared. I'm so scared. I'm scared of this favorite tag, like being tagged the favorite to win the league. Because I know we've been there before. But with this team, I feel this confidence because even though we have injuries and people tend to forget we've been ravaged by injuries. We've been ravaged by injuries, but because of the depth we have and the quality of players, the quality of depth we have, we are still able to get it over the line. So I don't think scoring set piece is actually a bad thing. At least not for us.